Good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, Gary's back.
I am.
Yeah, Gary's back.
I am back. It was a beautiful weekend out in the blind, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But today is a beautiful day.
It is.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's warming up.
Yep. It was cold this morning.
It was a little chilly this morning. This whole weekend has been pretty...
It's in the air.
It was definitely the time. I was looking forward, not freezing my butt off in the blind.
Yeah, you actually made a comment about that. You might have jinxed yourself.
And man, those first, yesterday, I think, not yesterday, the day before was probably the colder. No, it was yesterday. Yesterday was definitely the colder one out of all of them, but it was like 48 degrees in the morning. Bright and early, brisk, no sunlight, no nothing.
Yeah.
Walking out there and, that walk is a bit frightening. I'm not going to lie. Okay. When you're walking into the woods in the pitch black, you're like, man, I can barely see like 2 feet in front of me right now. It's that dark.
And all the animals have the glowing eyes, where they can see in the dark, like built-in night vision.
Pretty much, right? And it's like, man, I'm. That's why you go out there that early so you don't spook them, and hopefully that they're in bed, asleep, or off away, a little bit, or that you can get out there when you can see, and then they'll be moving around a little bit, earlier. But yeah, no. It's a little frightening. And Abe definitely felt it, I feel like, the first morning when we were walking out there. Man, that kid was like on my butt like glue. He was all
walking right with his dad. We're going, right? He had a good time, though. Abe was very excited to spend a lot of time out there with you.
It was a great time, man.
There were times where he was getting, tuckered out. He's 7, so like his attention span, but he hung in there. He was out there for quite longer than I expected him to be.
Yeah.
He toughed it out with you.
It was a really, really good time with him, and it made made some really good memories with him. And the season hasn't really fully started.
I know.
That was just
the beginning.
The buck season, and he got to see quite a bit of animals. Mm-hmm. I got to see a lot because I was walking around and
there's like a wasp flying over here, landing on stuff. I don't like the stinging ones. It's coming back. He's coming back.
I'm gonna take off the hat. Sorry for the hat.
Get him!
Duck, dodge, weave.
Bob and weave.
I don't know where he went. I think he's gone. I think I spooked him.
Thanks, babe.
I got you.
I'll get you for the spider. You get me for the wasp.
Man, talking about those spiders, though, man. Trying not to freak out while, walking in the forest and walking into spider webs. And just like, dude, I'm getting to that point again. It's every hunting season where it's like...
Carry a big stick in front of you and just, a magic wand.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to be smacking branches and trying to smack all this and make all this noise and everything. So it's like you want to be as still as possible. You don't want to be waving something around either because...
True.
It's like a red flag to animals. Like, hey, something's moving over there.
I think I saw a movie once. I don't know. I'm not a hunter and I've never done it. And I think I saw a movie once though where like people put pantyhose on their face when they were out in the woods. Maybe that was why.
I mean, it's maybe,
or maybe it was just to be more incognito.
Maybe just to be more incognito. That's probably what it was more so being, but
I just had an image flash in my head. Like, I don't even know what movie it was, but I just remember seeing something.
No matter how camoed out you are, you'll always have that silhouette of a human body. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like a deer is... I know there's probably people like, oh, no, you can be camouflaged pretty good. No, you'll have that silhouette of the deer. If that silhouette isn't moving too much, then the deer isn't going to get spooked, but the deer will always be like, something's off over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's not right. And I know this 100% because I've literally walked right up onto a couple of deer. And that deer kept looking over at me and was like,
What's going
What
on
are you
there?
doing? Like, spun around, straight up, stood there, looked at me. And I had to stand still for like 5 minutes. I was just like, dude, this deer is just not like budging. It's just nose on here, and I'm in camouflage and everything else, and I'm just sitting there like this. Barely can see me, but he could still see the silhouette of my shoulders and my head, and just
It's
was
like-
like, yeah, no, something's up over there.
And he's waiting for the invisible cloak to like move in the wind.
And I was in the perfect spot for the wind. The wind was coming at me,
Yeah.
right? And like blowing away from him and everything. Like, that deer knew exactly where it was. And I was super stealth getting over there, you know? And then I ended up standing up, and I was like, all right, this is too long. I stood up, and it just sat there and looked at me for a second, was like, head cocked back and looked, took a couple more steps, looked again straight at me, and just like could see the silhouette of me, and got, you know, obviously spooked. But the whole time that it was like looking at me, I was like, man, it could barely see me, but yet it could see the silhouette of my head. I mean, it's an animal that a lot of predators go after, you know, so it's on alert, you know, and it's got a really good eye span too. So anything moves or rustles, it sees it and knows the silhouette aspect. But unless you're like, you know, sniper status, and you're in the ghillie suit and everything else, and you're like in the leaves and everything else like that, and then it's like, okay, your silhouette isn't there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, anywho, it was fun. I'm sorry. I'm still like,
I'm just take your time. Let it out. Explain. Enjoy. Share. That's what we're here for. Gary had a great weekend. Obviously, he's still worked up about it.
dude, this season is going to be amazing. I'm excited for that, because last season it was a struggle, and it was because I had a late start and everything else like that. And this season I was prepped, and I got everything all set where it needed to go beforehand and before spooking. And I was, you know, it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
It worked out to a point where I was able to see a lot of activity out there, and Abe was able to see a lot of activity out there.
Yep. And official deer season is in what, like 3 weeks?
3 weeks. On the 28th of September, it opens up for archery.
Okay. Sweet.
So
So not just early buck, but just like any deer you see.
any deer, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was like, or pre-opening deer season for the weekend or whatever, then that would have been great. But it was pre-opening one buck
Yeah.
only aspect, to where I was like, okay,
You just have to
I
pray
had
and
3
hope that
days.
a buck walks
3
across.
days.
You're just
So-
waiting on a buck.
Yeah, there's a lot to that one from this weekend. I don't want to spoil too much.
Yeah.
I did do some stuff, and I did video a lot pre-hand and everything. So it's
I'm
a lot
excited to go through all of
combined
his footage and
into
watch
this
Gary
video.
like playing through the woods. I'm excited to see your footage.
But yeah.
I'll be putting that together for you guys. You guys will have it because Gary did take some stuff, and I'm gonna put it all together, and I'm gonna get that out for you guys and tomorrow or the day after or so. Lots of you guys I'm still getting a lot of questions and concerns and stuff about Miss Ellie Mae. And
I don't know if you can
guys
see her.
can see her or not. Probably not, because that pillar is in the way. But anyway,
Yep.
she's out and about right this moment. And I would bring you guys over there, but we're going to give you a full update on Simple Life Reclaimed today. We're going to post like a full update, so that way not just the Real Talk crowd, but like the Simple Life crowd can also hear the same thing instead of us having to keep hatching it over and over and over again. And then everybody's on the same page. You know what I mean? So that's what we're thinking we're going to do today. Gary, you're pretty sore from all that hiking, though.
Dude.
Look at this traitor. Guys, look at this traitor. Traitor just showed up. Meow, meow, meow. Twister.
Key.
You guys, Twister, just a little backlog. Twister was our cat in Arizona. She's sisters with our cat Arizona, and they were from the same litter and stuff like that. And when we moved out here, so she's one of our cats that we brought. But like after Anthony and Rox got here and they set up their trailers and we all had camp life together and stuff, she traded us for Anthony and Roxanne. She like decided to be their cat now. She started following Anthony around, and then like when they got their shed to houses put out here and started building over there, she like followed them over there, and we're like, okay, I guess you can have Twister. So she's not our cat anymore. So we tease her and we tell her she's a traitor. But Trader's over here visiting this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hi, Trader.
Yes, Anthony and I'll give you guys an update. I know we've been kind of scattered this last week. Anthony and Rox are still not home yet, but they will be planning on making their way here soon. I'll let you guys get more updates from them on about that. But Wyatt has been great. He's been a super big help this whole week. We do a lot of our filming for Simple Life during the day, you know. As we can fit it in between homeschooling and stuff like that. And since it's like school time, Wyatt's been at school, he goes to regular public school. So that's why he hasn't really been around in video too much, but he's doing great. He's been a super big help, doing all the chores and stuff over at his house. And, you know, we're checking with him, and he's been helping us around here too, with the kids and hanging out.
Yeah, it's been a really good time. It's been awesome having Wyatt over here for this time.
It's been very nice having Wyatt over here for this last week. We have a game of life that's been going on for like the last 3 days because it keeps getting too late for us to finish the game, and it's like bedtime for school. But man, we have
the never-ending game of life.
Yeah, we have this big long game of life that we're playing right now. We're gonna try to end it tonight. We're gonna try to finish it off and end it tonight.
We'll see.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. But all of Anthony and Rox's animals and dogs, and obviously even the cats, have been hanging around, and we're taking very good care of them and doing the best that we can. And Miss Ellie Mae. So, okay, I squirreled off. I started talking about that, and then I squirreled off, I think, because of the trader. So she is doing very well. She's out and about right now, maintaining her medicine, and everything is starting to look like, I don't know if I want to show you guys because of the graphic content of it. I mean, it is real life, and it is, you know, so I'm conflicted. On the one hand, you know, like it's a real life situation, and like I want to show somebody else like what maybe they could expect and possibly be like a helper. Like that would be the only reason to show it, would be to like help somebody else. But then there's also the audience that, you know, would want to see it, but maybe not in such a, like, would want to see it blurred.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted on that, but we are going to bring you over there and do some filming today, and I'll get that out on Simple Life today for you guys. So, yeah.
So it's going to be a wait and see aspect with her, regardless.
It is a wait and see. And the dogs, like I was saying, the big dogs are all down at the electric fence area.
Yep.
And Luna, I already talked about what our plans are going to be for her. We're going to integrate her back up to the household family dogs and have her be with the seniors.
No.
And then Layla and Louie are going to stay down there in the electric fence area, but I'm not sure how soon we want to integrate Cappy and Sir to just Louie and Layla yet.
No.
But Louie and Layla are bred to be livestock guardian dogs.
No.
They're Anatolian Shepherds mixed with Great Pyrenees, and both Great Pyrenees and Anatolian Shepherds are bred for being livestock guardian dogs.
Yep.
So, and I don't know.
It's gonna be one of those interesting things, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, we'll get it all addressed and situated correctly and everything. It's which way it's.
Life will live in harmony once again.
So
it will day by day, little by little. Today we were going to start working on the mudroom in the front, but we're going to give Gary's legs a break from all that hiking and stuff that he did.
Yeah, I hiked all over yesterday, the day before, everything else. I know this property really well now. Really well now. So can't really get lost out here. It's man.
Never say never.
I mean, I'm pretty positive I can't get lost, you know. Not out here on this property. It's pretty thick, and there's a lot out there. She wants
some attention from you.
Hiya, Twister.
You remember me? I used to come and lay on your pillow.
Hiya, Twister. But yeah, no, it was a good time, man. I have a lot of stories and a lot of everything that we are going to be having coming out on Simple Life. So I'm not trying to spill too many stories.
Yeah, because it's coming out this week.
It's coming out this week for you guys. But it was a great time, and I'm super, super grateful and happy that I was able to spend it with my son and be able to go out there and enjoy nature, you know. And
hey, man, that's what reclaiming the simple things in life is all about.
I'm just happy that, you know, one of my kids wanted to go and enjoy nature with me, you know.
Can't expect the girls to be like, you know.
No, I know, but at the same time, like I would like for my kids to like some things that I would like, you know, but I don't want to force anything on anybody.
Yeah.
You know, I want them to be themselves.
Yeah.
And make their own character, you know. And it was pretty cool hanging out with Abe and being able to be out there and see all the cool wildlife and whatnot, because we saw a lot out there today, those last 3 days, man.
Yeah. And I'm going to show you guys some of that, so don't you worry.
I don't want to spill too much beans, but...
Well, I want to spill beans, because you know me, like, I'm always down to spill beans, but I'm going to skeet skirt and change the subject, because we do have a picture out here, and this was actually what we were going to talk about, but then you know how we do.
Yeah.
You know how we do. Yep. I wanted to bring you guys along a little bit closer on the front mudroom, because we are going to be starting to get to work on that, like... tomorrow is essentially going to be our first, I guess, building day on the mudroom, which I'm super excited to do, man. We've got some of the posts that we're going to get, and we're going to try. Tomorrow's goal is going to be essentially get like some of the flooring going on for that and get us like a level surface to start going up from. So we'll see how far that takes us then. But Gary did draw out this little rough sketch.
It's not dimensionally correct, right?
No, it's just an idea.
It gives you an idea of what we're doing with the roof.
Yep.
And how the front will somewhat look.
Yes. And we already have all of the footers poured out there, those squares, and that we're essentially going to be building up from that. So look at this picture that Gary drew. Isn't it cool? So, Gary, go ahead and explain. I'll be your Vanna White. Can you see yourself?
So,
there you go.
This is the cabin that we already built, right? This will be the roof that we have to add on to the existing roof and keep everything to where it is a 16-inch overhang all the way around and tie that in with a nice valley right there coming down. And it's only going to be like a 16 by 8 roughly. I think it's like 15.8 if I remember correctly. But either way, it's going to be about 8 foot away wide, right? Or depth wise, however you want to look at it, right? And then it's just going to be 16 foot. See, that's wide. Whatever. All right.
Just say this
however
way,
you want to be.
That way,
right?
and then
this way, this way, that way, right?
Yeah, this way and that way.
However you want to look at it,
look,
right?
It works for us. That's all that matters.
All right. I know where I'm looking at it and how you guys know what I'm talking about.
Just follow along.
All right. So this 8 and then another little bit for a little stoop, right? To be able to get into the sunroom. And right here, we'll have like a gate that we can actually open up fully to where we can back up and fully just unload the truck or vehicle and go right through that door, no problem.
Yeah, so like you can just groceries or like deliveries or whatever.
Whatever
so
have
that's
you.
The little stoop.
We'll have that little spot right there to where that'll be a nice little, entryway basically before you come in. And then we'll have a nice mud room and be able to kick off the shoes and the coats and all the mud or whatever else and before you come into the cabin. And track all that in. Yeah.
So that's the plan. That's what we're going to start working on tomorrow. And we were, like I said, we were going to start doing it today, but this week, guys, has just been very, as you guys can imagine, it's been very overwhelming in some ways. Lots of highs, lots of lows, lots of good things to be happy about, right? We don't like to be negative Nancy's. But it has been a lot. It has been a lot, man. And so we have to adjust accordingly. Yeah. Yeah. And so today, Gary's going to take a day off on his legs. We're going to...
My lower back, my legs, my shoulders. Man, you wouldn't think sitting down on your butt
in a
blind would hurt you as bad as it does. Man, try sitting down in a camping chair for 6 hours at a time. And see how long you can last before your lower back starts yelling at you and saying, hey, what the heck, you know, and you got to stand up and move around. Ugh, my lower back shot. But
another trip to the chiropractor is in order.
But it's all right.
We'll handle it. We'll handle it.
We'll get her.
I'm excited though, guys. We're gonna start working on this mudroom this week. We also have plans later on in the week with some Fram Bam. You know, gonna come on by, and we're gonna go back over to Camp Life and get that thing rolling too.
Yeah,
we have a lot. We have honestly so much planned within the next consecutive days. We're gonna,
it's insane.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely get all of our duckies in order and take today to do that. But I do want to go over to Miss Sally Mae and give you guys a nice update on there. Keep everybody on the same page, you know.
Yeah, be able to
as far as that's concerned, because I know that that's a huge concern, which it is for us too. But at the same time, it
is what it is. You can't change, you know, the past. You got to look to the future and just keep going forward and
maintaining positivity. Yeah, positivity breeds positivity, friends. Negativity, unfortunately, also breeds negativity. So the only thing that you can do, like they can also cancel each other out. You know what I mean? If you see negativity, you could respond with positivity and it will cancel out the negativity. On contrary, if there is positivity and you respond with negativity, it sometimes can cancel out the positivity. So let's just, you know, keep the positivity flowing.
Yep. And we'll be good.
Yeah.
And we'll be good.
Yeah. And the world will be a much better place.
Man.
If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Come on. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, we're going to go. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's episode of Real Talk with SLR.
Yes.
Stay tuned for all of these updates. We are very excited to move forward with all of them and bring you guys along for it. So, yeah, we'll see you guys later on today on Simple Life Reclaimed. So make sure to check that out if you guys want to hear the update of what's going on and how we're proceeding forward and all that.
Yep.
And later on the week, you guys will be able to see Gary play in the woods. We're going to be getting back to work.
Yeah, we're going to get that thing rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
It's not...
Got all the material here.
We have all the materials here.
Just getting it done, so...
No.
Yep.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. I'm excited, guys. I really am excited. So we're going to get working. Long goodbye. Until the next one, friends, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.